Don't be trying to hook me up with one of your lousy friends. Girl, I don't care about none of that you talking about. Get the hell out of my house. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of the Jeffersons. Alright y'all, so we are here with Brandon and Bryanna. So over here is Brandon, which is the twin brother of Brittany, and this is his girlfriend Bryanna, who is also the friend of Brittany and Kourtney. In the previous episode, Bryanna went on a night on the town with Brittany and Kourtney. However, right now Bryanna feels a certain type of way. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, but right now she's in the kitchen. She's talking to Brandon, and she is sitting here cooking some fried fish for them. Her boyfriend Brandon is over here talking to her, just asking her about her day and stuff like that. And although she's trying to, you know, be in the conversation and stuff like that, and she feels good right now, Brandon kind of gets the sense that Bryanna has been acting a little weird. She's been giving him like short 1 and 2 word answers to, you know, stuff, and I don't know, just not being as engaging as she usually is. So I'm gonna have Brandon to kind of ask Bryanna like, hey babe, are you okay? I noticed that, you know, it seems like something's bothering you. So we're gonna ask her for a reassurance, like, babe, is everything all right? Like, is there anything I can do for you? Do you find yourself thinking about me? What? That's cute. She was like, of course I do. Oh, then that was cute. We're gonna go over here and really just ask her, babe, is everything okay? Are you sure? And she's just walking off like, babe, I'm fine. I told you I'm okay. He's like, okay, babe. I mean, if you say you're okay, then I'm gonna leave it at that. Right now, Bryanna is feeling a little flirtatious, but to be honest with you, in the back of her mind, Bryanna was thinking about the night at the club, whereas she felt like Kourtney and Brandon were a little too close. Like, she feels like Kourtney was already being pretty much problematic because of the situation between her and Ziggy. She felt like Kourtney was ruining the good time that they were trying to have, and she felt like she was just kind of sucking the life out of everybody, including her own boyfriend. Brandon did have a crush on Kourtney, and Bryanna was aware of this, but things didn't work out between Kourtney and Brandon, and Brandon and Bryanna got together. In a sense, she kind of feels like she, I don't know, won second place to Brandon. She feels like she wasn't necessarily Brandon's first choice, if that makes any sense. So every now and then she feels a little bit of competition whenever Kourtney comes around. Yes, I mean, I know that Kourtney, you know, she has a girlfriend or whatnot, and you would think that that would make Bryanna feel a little more secure, but Bryanna knows that, hey, Kourtney still likes guys too, and you know, anything could happen. So she's not going to express that right off the bat to her boyfriend. I'm going to have Brandon to talk to Bryanna about Kourtney and ask her how does she feel about the situation between Kourtney and Ziggy. So ask about another Sam. What does Bryanna think of Kourtney? Brandon can kind of sense, like, ever since that night, Bryanna's been a little weird, like been acting a little weird. And he's kind of noticed this pattern, like every time that like they would go and visit with Kourtney and Brittany, she would kind of, I don't know, kind of tense up or be extra guarded when it comes to them being around Kourtney. I wonder if it's safe to say that maybe she is jealous of Kourtney and the relationship that Kourtney and Brandon used to have, or the lack thereof. Or maybe it's just the fact that she's a little insecure about the fact that her boyfriend used to have these feelings for Kourtney, and she wonders if maybe it's still there. Bryanna can see in her boyfriend's eyes the way that Brandon kind of lights up whenever Kourtney comes around, and it's always kind of been like that, and she's been trying to ignore it and put it in the back of her mind. I feel like it's something that's been festering inside of her, and she's gonna need to talk about it eventually. It's getting late, so why don't we have Mr. Brandon and Bryanna to go ahead, go upstairs, and maybe get a little action time in. I think that's the thing with these two. They are really physically into each other. Like, the physical connection between these two is out of this world. Bryanna makes Brandon feel like the man in the bed, but I feel like on a more mental level, they're not quite there. Honestly, I'm not sure if these two will last very long, but we will see. I don't want to write them off right now. And I think that Bryanna's going to have to deal with some of her insecurities. Brandon is in the business career and he is a office assistant, whereas Bryanna, she is in the business career and she is an assistant manager. Now, Brandon struggled a little bit to finish his degree. It was really thanks to his brother and Bryanna that he was able to get through university. I'm gonna go ahead and send these two to bed, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. All right, y'all, it is the next morning and our girl Bryanna is feeling pretty miserable right now. I think she's coming down with maybe the llama flu. And speaking of feeling sick, how have y'all been doing? Have y'all been staying safe out here, washing your hands and quarantining and not gathering in large groups? How has that been for y'all? Hello, who is this girl that just walked up in our house? Who is this? Sally? Who the hell is you, girl? What is with these Sims walking up in our house? Girl, Sally. Girl, I don't care about none of that you talking about. Get the hell out of my house. Thank God for Little Miss Sam's forced to leave mod, because hunted. But my plan for Brandon is whenever he gets off work, I want him to go visit JaKayla and invite her to the Christmas dinner party that Corey is having, and to introduce her to Corey. So I'm kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out. Speaking of Corey, I'm just gonna say this, like, y'all was really thirsting. Like, the pixel thirst was real when it came to Corey. Like, all of y'all was like, ooh, Corey is fine. Ooh, he looks so good. What the fuck? Look at this girl. She's steady coming in and out of my apartment. What? But homegirl, look, out here trying to be a Bella Goth wannabe. You tried it. No, ma'am. Get up out of my house. What is this? No trespassing? When did this get on here? I don't know. Y'all comment down below. Is that a mod or is that in game? So Brandon and Bryanna are back from work, and Bryanna is still feeling pretty terrible. So Brandon went in the kitchen and grabbed some orange juice for his lovely lady so that she can drink it up. And it looks like now he is getting freaking sick. Oh my gosh. But since our girlfriend Bryanna is downstairs, we're gonna actually send a text message to JaKayla, and Kourtney is on Brandon's mind. He's been thinking about the conversation that he and Kourtney had at the club and how miserable she looked. So I'm gonna have him to send her a text message, since he's feeling pretty playful right now and he wants to kind of lift Kourtney's day. He's going to send her a funny meme. And so while we're at it, we're gonna go ahead and send a text message to our sister JaKayla and ask to meet up with her. Sure, Brandon, I would love to meet up. Would you like to right now? Brandon treated his sisters and his sister boyfriend Duncan to some drinks or whatnot, and so Brandon is going to ask JaKayla about this Christmas dinner and ask her to meet this guy named Corey. And so he's like, I got this guy I want you to meet. And she's like, what guy are you talking about, Brandon? Don't be trying to hook me up with one of your lousy friends. And he's like, he's not a lousy friend. He's actually really, really cool. His name is Corey, and he's having a dinner party coming up this week. So I was wondering if you wanted to go. And so she's like, I don't know, Brandon. I mean, she's like, I got a lot of stuff to do before Christmas comes. I got a lot of gifts to buy. I got places to be and people to see. I don't know about this dinner party. And so Brandon is really trying to convince her, like, sis, come on now. You haven't been on a date in a hot minute, so why don't you just come on? Trust me on this. And so she's like, okay, Brandon, I mean, if you insist, but don't be sitting up there, you know, trying to hook me up with anybody. I'll come and I'll, you know, scope it out or whatever. And he's like, okay, I got you. I'm not playing no games. While we're here, I'm also going to ask Brittany, how is Kourtney doing? Because again, Kourtney is heavily on Brandon's mind, especially since the last time that he seen her. When Brandon texted Kourtney earlier, she did not respond to his text message. And so Brittany's like, well, you know, her and Ziggy, you know, they cannot stop going at each other's necks. So they've been arguing all day at the house. And I really think that Kourtney's like in a depressive state right now. I think that she needs somebody to talk to her. I don't know how much more, you know, we can talk to Kourtney and Ziggy. And Duncan is all in agreement. He's like, yeah, those two are really just toxic for one another. I think they need a break from one another. Brittany really thinks that Kourtney definitely needs a break from Ziggy. She doesn't want to get in between their relationship like that, but something needs to shake. I think that in the back of Brandon's mind, he's like, he's going to try it one more time to send Kourtney a text message. And just to check on her, we're going to actually send her a thought-filled text message to let her know, like, hey, I understand that you don't want to talk right now, but whatever it is that you're going through, please don't forget that you can also call and talk to me. Let's definitely send a long text message to Kourtney and let her know, like, hey girl, you got a friend in me. Brittany is really trying her hardest to be that friend for Kourtney and to be there for her, but she doesn't want to get deeply involved, like I said, with their drama, with their shenanigans and stuff like that. And I really just think that Brandon is just really concerned, given that he just really has these deep uncovered feelings for her. So I mean, yeah, the cat's out the bag. Brandon definitely has feelings for Kourtney, but he's trying not to show it. He's just trying to, you know, Duncan and Brandon right now are kind of talking or whatever amongst themselves about the girls and how their relationship is going right now, just having a little man talk right now, which is really good for them. But since the night is getting pretty late, let's go ahead and hug our sisters and tell them that, you know, we'll see them later on, and hopefully we get to see JaKayla at the Christmas dinner party soon. I know JaKayla can be a little stubborn every now and then. I don't know why she keeps doing these push-ups. Homegirl, chill out. But like I said, hopefully she comes to the dinner party to meet Corey, because you never know. This might be the man of her dreams. It might be, you know, the guy for her. And then again, you never know how these stories go. It could be a complete disaster. Corey could be too much for JaKayla, or JaKayla might be too much for Corey. I don't know. But Brandon feels like he's doing the right thing and his intentions are good. And I think that even though in the past Brandon has had a lapse of judgment in friends, I think that he has learned along the way how to recognize a genuine friend and a genuine person with good intentions. And he kind of sees that in Corey. Even though Corey is, you know, a money man, he's all about making money and all that jazz, he kind of feels like Corey would be a good fit for his sister, and he wouldn't just pair her up with anybody because he knows how delicate JaKayla can be and how much of a handful JaKayla could be. So maybe Corey could be the person that can actually tame JaKayla. I don't mean that to say that, you know, there's anything, you know, just awfully wrong with JaKayla, but we know her history. But considering that the fact that JaKayla has had a lot of therapy and stuff like that, and a lot of personal development, I think she is getting better. I see the growth in JaKayla. She is getting better. So yeah. Brandon is on the toilet right now, and he was checking his phone, and he realized he had got a text message. So he had received a text message from Kourtney, and basically it was saying that she apologizes for not answering his text message earlier and not responding, but she's been kind of in a slump. And Brandon's going to respond that he totally understands, he gets it, he just wants her to know that, you know, if she needs anybody to talk to, he's available. And so actually she did text him back and say it would be great to see you and maybe just sit and chat one day, like the old times at university. To Brandon, he was kind of surprised that she did respond in that manner. In the back of his head, he's like, dang, I really care about that girl, and I just want her to be happy. For some reason, he just kind of also feels guilty. His girlfriend is upstairs fast asleep while he had been out all night with his sisters, and then to come back home to be kind of giddy over a simple text message, he kind of feels guilty in a sense. I think that Brandon knows exactly what he's doing, honey, but he feels like, you know, he's just being generous and being nice because, again, Kourtney is not interested, according to her back in the day. Kourtney isn't interested in Brandon, but hey, he still feels some type of way about her. And plus, like we said, she's in a relationship with another girl. So come on now, like, Brandon, what are you doing? We shall see how that plays out. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Brandon is kind of crossing the line? Do y'all think that Brandon knows exactly what he is doing? Do you think that he should leave Kourtney alone and stop messaging her and allow Kourtney to fix her own issues? I imagine that, you know, she's going through this toxic relationship and she doesn't need any added confusion on top of that. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think.